It's story time. Somebody said I was giving y'all vocals in the Married at First Sight intro. I'm giving y'all vocals all June. Every video is starting off with a song, okay? That's what we're gonna do. For the month of June, every video is starting off with a song. I'm gonna bless the people. All right, so I'm bored. And I was like, I wanna make a video. I happened to be going through some old Facebook messages, and I came across a message that I had received when I was in college that brought back a whole lot of memories. So today I'm gonna talk about the time that I had a gun pulled on me over a girl. Story time. So, let me go ahead and break it down so y'all know how things were for me when I was in college, okay? All right, so, all right. So, freshman year of college, undergraduate school, I was in the band. I played tenor saxophone at Winston-Salem State University. And just like every other college, we would have high school tours. And that's where the, high schoolers who are interested in different schools, they go take a tour of the school, visit. Sometimes they may speak with current students. You know how that goes for those who are familiar with college. Our school had that as well. And being in the band, any student who was interested in being in the band would usually visit the band room, meet the band director, sometimes talk to band students. So in the spring of my freshman year, another high school tour was coming through while, our band class is going on. And I was like, oh, okay. And then this girl walks in who's with the group, and I'm like, okay, she's cute. So I see this girl and I'm like, oh, she's real cute. I hope she goes here. I'd like for that to happen. That's what I said. But, this is like spring and you see plenty of cute people on campus. So whatever, it wasn't no big deal. So then we fast forward to sophomore year, and all of this is very important to the story. So by sophomore year, I had made drum major. For those who don't know what a drum major is a guy who stands in the front with the tall hat, with the cape, with the mace, like the leader of the band. I was one of those sophomore year. So you're like, almost like a campus celebrity, kind of, pretty much what you really are. But, so I was that. So I got to band camp, before, everybody else, because the drum majors had to be there ahead of time to get everything ready for when the actual band got there. So Sunday band camp, guess who walks in? The girl. So we need a name for her. Let's call her Sally. So Sally walks in and I'm like, oh yeah, target locked. So I'm like, okay, I already see who my first pick is. I see who my first round draft pick is. So I had already decided, she's the one who I'm talking to. This is to myself in my head. I ain't telling nobody else that, because you never show them your hand. Never let them know who you're eyeing. But I was the kind of guy who I wasn't about to be all in your face. I'm not about to be like, oh, hey, how are you? What's your name? Where you from? What do you like to do? No, I'm not, what's going on? Shout like that ain't me. I'm going to watch how you move. I'm going to watch how you interact with people. I'm going to see how you, do with females, how you do with males. Because, that may be something, that may be a deal breaker for me. It may make me feel like, never mind. You cute, but your personality makes you ugly. So that's what I did the first few days of band camp. I just watched her, just watching how you move, watch how you interact with people. I would still speak, give you a smile, you give me a smile back. Okay, you smiling back at me, that means something, but we'll see. But throughout this first week of band camp, I see guys, approach, shot down, approach, shot down, approach, shot down. So I'm like, okay, she's shooting down a whole lot of people. It could be a good and a bad thing. Could mean it's good for me, could be a tale of what's to come. So by the end of the week, or maybe even like the next week, I don't remember, but I think it was the end of that first week, I was like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot my shot. So I said, hey, do you wanna go somewhere? I feel like maybe I asked her to go get some ice cream, or no, I asked her out on a date. I'm pretty sure I asked her out on a date or that weekend. So I said, hey, do you wanna go out? And she said, yes. So we went to the movies and took her out to get something to eat. And that made me feel like, she said yes to your boy. I felt special. I done seen all these other guys get shot down. And she was like, yeah, I'll go out with you. So we went out, had a great time, and we began to like date, I guess you could say. We did whatever for a short amount of time, and then I, of course, wanted to move forward with moving towards a relationship. She wasn't trying to have that. It was her freshman year. She wanted to have fun. I get it. And so she really didn't want to go the same direction I did. So we eventually, it stopped and we just remained cool. So I say all that to say, whatever was going to happen between us happened. Okay. That'll come back up later in the story. So we did whatever it was we were going to do. We had a really good time. She's a really, really cool person. I don't keep in touch with her now, but to this day, she's still one of the coolest girls I met while I was in college. And so then what happened? So then we just fast forward because, then I just moved on to somebody else. It's just what you do. You break up with somebody. Well, not break up. You stop talking to somebody. You move right on to somebody new. Cannot say that on camera. So then we fast forward to November of my sophomore year. And by this time, I know that she's doing something with somebody else. I know who the somebody else is, so he needs a name. We got Sally, and let's call him Jake, okay? I know that Sally is involved with Jake somehow. There's something. They're dating, they're boyfriend, girlfriend. I don't know. I don't care, because by this time, I've already moved on to camera stop recording because somebody called me. But by this time, I know that Sally and Jake there's something. It doesn't matter to me because I have moved on to other ladies. And I get a message on Facebook so like I said, they're doing whatever they're doing, but I'm the kind of person, since I'm the drum major, I still talk to everybody, like literally converse with everybody. I still speak to everybody because, as a drum major, I can't, be biased or anything. And whether me and you have had a past or not, I can still speak to you and be cordial. Most of the time when I would greet guys, dap them up. If I would greet a girl, I give them a hug or they give me a hug. Sometimes it'd be unsolicited hugs from their side to mine. I'm okay with the hug. I'm okay with the hug. And for her, it was no different. If I saw her, I would give her a hug. Like, I didn't care that you were doing whatever you were doing with Jake. It didn't matter to me. I was not hugging her, to try to spite Jake. So I get a message on Facebook from Jake, and this is what the message says. And I have it pulled up on my iPad, but I have blurred. Hold on, y'all. I blurred out everybody's name to protect the innocent. So this is the message. So I'm going to read to y'all that part. But yeah, this is the message. Notice there's only one blue area. Okay? That means I didn't respond. So the first thing he says is, we need to talk ASAP. All caps. So I said, what's up? And this is what he sent to me. Remember, I'm going to, switch names out. I understand that you like Sally, and I believe that you are a really cool dude. I also understand that y'all used to talk, but don't try and talk to her now, because me and her talk. I lost my place already. Oh, I want to remain friends with you, but that's not going to happen if you keep pursuing her. I don't appreciate you trying to holler at her while we are talking. If you want to wait and see how me and her play out, by all means do that. But don't disrespect me while we are talking, because as much as you like her, I'm feeling her 10 times more. Thanks. So that's the message he sent to me, and I did not respond because to me that's foolishness, and I'm not responding to that. I looked at it like this. If Jake had an issue with what he thought I was doing, he should have talked to Sally first. Now, I can't tell y'all what Sally told him. I can't tell y'all Sally was like, yeah, Travis been trying to talk to me, or Travis been hitting on me. I can't tell y'all anything that she may or may not have said. All I know is what I wasn't doing, and I was not trying to talk to her. Because, truthfully, I already had her, and that's not to be like in a derogatory way, but me and her, whatever we had was the past. I don't need to try to pursue her. I already obtained whatever it was you think I'm trying to pursue currently. Am I making sense? Because truthfully speaking, I had options, a lot of options I ain't want, but I had options, and I wasn't thinking about Sally anymore. I had been there, done that, got a t-shirt. The t-shirt was too small. Took the t-shirt back to the store, got an exchange, got a bigger size. I wore it to a fashion show. They took a couple pictures of me. Then I took the shirt and I sold it on eBay for $25. I had did all I could do, all that I could do. And so I feel like had he talked to Sally, and if Sally had been honest, she would have said, oh, we used to talk, we used to date, we used to kick it. He's not trying to do that now. He's just nice, I'm not kissing you. When I hug you, I'm not rubbing on your booty. I'm not doing any of that kind of stuff. It's literally a hug. Hey, how you doing? And I keep it pushing. So I didn't respond because that's not my place. I just feel like, for the most part, if you're in a relationship with somebody and there's outside interference, I believe it's kind of up to the person whose side the outside interference is coming in on to dead it. You know what I mean? Like, Jake should have talked to Sally instead of Jake trying to talk to Travis. Because the truth of the matter is, if I was trying to pursue Sally, if I was trying to talk to her and Sally was entertaining it, it's your girl that's letting me entertain it. I mean, it's your girl entertaining me. It's your girl giving me the time of day. So that's who you need to have the conversation with, not me, sir. That's how I felt. So that's what I did. I told her, I said, hey, your boy sent me a message on Facebook. May want to talk to him about that. Okay? So I don't know whether she had a conversation or not. And again, still did not care. So then we fast forward to a evening of band practice. And I was going to go to cookout with my friend Danietta. And Danietta was going to drive her car because I didn't drive. Danietta drove to practice that day for whatever reason. And so I was going to ride with her to cookout. Cookout is a fast food place here. And leaving out the band room, telling everybody bye, hugs, dapping people up. You know, I'm a drum major. I speak to everybody. And Sally was no different. Gave her a hug goodbye, and that was it. I gave her the hug in front of Jake. Like, he wasn't like standing right there, but he was like in the area. So I guess he must have been eyeing me and was like, he gonna give her a hug like in front of me like that. He gonna walk up to her and give her a hug like that. Oh, I got something for that. So I'm guessing that's probably what was going on in his head. But again, for me, the hug was innocent. I was not doing it like intentionally to antagonize him or anything like that. And I didn't think hugs were that deep. So I get in Danietta's car. Sally, Jake, and a couple of their friends get in their car, who is parked in front of Danietta's car because we're parallel parked on the street. So they pull off. We pull off behind them to exit out of the area. And they just stop. And then Jake jumps out the back seat of the car, runs up to my side, the passenger side of Danietta's car, pulls out a gun and is pointing it at me through the passenger window. And I'm just looking up at him like I'm so confused. Like, I didn't feel fear. I didn't feel anger. I didn't feel anything but confusion. Because I'm looking at him like, you really didn't put a gun on me over this? Over somebody who I'm not trying to talk to? Then I'm also thinking, God, is this it? Is this how it's going to end? Over a misunderstanding? I'm about to get shot over like, that's the... But more so than anything, I was just like, that's literally how I was looking at him. And I think that might have made him more mad because I wasn't reacting. But even though I didn't react, Danietta surely did. So Danietta is my very good friend. It's like she's my sister. We met in college. And maybe a few weeks prior to this night, she had lost one of her close friends to gun violence. He was shot and killed. So those feelings of guns was very like, that wound was very fresh for her. And before I knew it, Danietta had threw her car in park, took off her seatbelt, and Danietta is this big, y'all. She teeny tiny girl. She threw the car in park, hopped out, and she was in his face going off on him about the fact that he had pointed a gun at me. I can't tell you what she said, but all I know is she was going off on him. And while she's going off on him, I look forward at the car, which still has Sally in it, and I can see Sally looking through the back window, just looking like an onlooker. And from that moment, it changed how I thought about Sally, because I felt like this is your man or your boo or whatever, and you should have got that in check. Now he out here pointing guns at people over something that you could have deaded a long time ago. So after Danietta finished going off on him, he got back in the car, and I did not move. I didn't move. I didn't get out the car. I didn't take off my seatbelt. I didn't jump. I just froze in confusion. I never once felt fear, though. Never felt like he was actually going to pull the trigger. I wondered if he was going to. I didn't think he was. But I was just confused. Like, what is going on? Is it that deep? So she gets back in the car, and my appetite for cookout was gone. And I was looking forward to that cookout, too. I was going to get me a cheeseburger tray, probably with some chicken nuggets and some French fries. And I was going to get a milkshake and a huge tea to top it all off with. and my appetite had left me because I'm like, this all really just happened. So I was like, you know what, Daniela, I don't even want cookout no more. Just you can go and take me to my dorm. And she was like, Travis, really? I was like, yeah, I ain't even hungry no more. Just, you can take me to my room. So she dropped me off at my, we were staying in the same dorm. We were staying in the same dorm that year, I think. No, she was staying somewhere else. But, yeah, so she dropped me off at my room, and I went back to my room, and I was just like, I was confused the rest of the night. Like, I just had a gun pulled on me. Like, I'm not from what would be considered the hood. I have not lived the life I felt like was hoodish or anything like that. And I'm like, I just had a gun pulled on me over a girl. Over a girl. So then, you know, maybe next week or whatever, my mom and my niece, who was much older than me because my dad had children when he was real young. So I have nieces who are older than me. They came to visit because they were going to go to this store that was up in the city. And I was telling them about it, you know, and my mom was so mad and sad and I think scared because I'm her firstborn. And she was like, oh my gosh, my son is getting guns pulled on him. Like, I think she was crying. But you want to know who wasn't crying? My niece. Now, this is the thing about some people. I'm going to say us. Some people. Some of us have goons. 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 And for those who don't know what a goon is a person who is a YOLO kind of person. You can call them and be like, hey, I need you to take care of this person. They live here. They're not going to ask no questions. They're just going to do it. My niece has goons, okay? So before I even finish really telling this whole story about how this dude, you know, rolled up on me, pulled a gun and everything, she had already sent an alert to her goons back home in Charlotte and said, hey, they messing with my uncle. I need y'all in Winston. And they had already responded back saying, you need us to come right now? She turned around and looked at me because I was in the back. So she was like, you let me know when and my people are ready to come. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this situation is going farther than I thought it would. I don't need goons up here. I don't need nobody trying to rough nobody up because I don't need there to be no kind of retaliation. It's not that deep. I'm not with Sally. I ain't sleeping with Sally. It ain't like that. But I was just like, I was appreciative that I had a ride or die family member. But at the same time, I was like, oh my gosh, like this not, I would have kept it to myself if I'd have known it was going to create these kind of problems. But the goons never came because I told her, no, don't send your goons. Don't send the goons. Don't send the goons. We don't need those kind of problems on this campus. And I did not speak to him for years. And when I did speak to him, it was literally just a what's up. And that was it, because my opinion of him as a man changed, because for you to resort to a gun to try to resolve that issue, I just thought was stupid. And my opinion changed of her that she would even entertain a guy like that, because she's doing big things in the world right now in general. But, you know, Sally, you had poor taste. You had poor taste when it came to him. I don't know him personally, don't know what kind of conversations, what kind of bedtime talks y'all had. But, you know, from what he showed me, you were better than that. And, but yeah, he, I think, changed his life and, you know, tried to live better or whatever. And I remember he tried to, you know, converse with me later on in life, but I wasn't trying to hear it. Like, I don't think he ever apologized. I think she did. I think she tried to apologize for him, but I don't think he ever did. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this story time. That was the time I had a gun put on me. I think that's the craziest thing that's ever happened to me regarding a female or, you know, somebody who I used to kick it with or something like that. Because most of the time I stayed drama free. I stayed out of mess, you know, outside of the time I was the other guy. But I stayed out of drama and mess. So, you know, this was new to me. But y'all let me know what y'all think about the time a guy pulled a gun on me over a girl. Y'all let me know if y'all have had, let me know, have y'all had similar situations to mine regarding an ex or a friend or having to be Daniela in a situation? Y'all let me know. I'm looking forward to hearing these stories. Y'all let me know, do y'all think I handled it correctly? Do y'all think I was wrong for giving her a hug in front of Jake? Was that wrong? Y'all let me know what y'all think. Should I have responded to him? Give me all of your thoughts. I want all of them. And I'm anxious to read the comments, and I'll talk to y'all later. Make sure you remember to like, comment, subscribe, share if you feel like it. And I will talk to y'all later. Peace.